Marvel is a multimedia tycoon. They created films and television shows that have since been forgotten. With the massive comeback of comic book movies and television shows, an increasing number of individuals are keen to look into Marvel's past and discover other forgotten classics. So it's obvious that many of you didn't know about some of the great TV shows from Marvel. Here are the top 10 Marvel shows you didn't know existed. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Alright, let's go. At number 10, Spider-Woman, 1979 to 1980. The animated Spider-Woman series has a very different vibe from the comics of the time, featuring Jessica Drew, who was bitten by the dangerous spider. Her scientific father, though, saved her. Jessica has superpowers such as interacting with spiders, venom blasts, spider sense, and so on. The show had an odd assortment of villains. Classic cinematic monsters like Dracula, the Wolfman, Frankenstein's mother, and alien mummies were among her enemies. Despite this, the show only lasted 16 episodes. It's a shame. At number 9, Nightman, 1997 to 1999. Nightman was a TV show that made it to a television series. This series follows Johnny Domino, a saxophone player who is struck by lightning. He possesses some incredible powers. He is telepathically linked to evil, making it easy for him to discover bad guys to take down. Nightman, a non-traditional Marvel superhero, was introduced by Malibu Comics, but after being acquired by Marvel, the publisher continued to use the character in their Ultraverse banner. The show premiered 44 episodes for 2 seasons. At number 8, The Avengers, United They Stand, 1999 to 2000. We all expect heroes like Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, Thor, and others from a Marvel animated series, but the television show was different. Cap and Stark appear in 1 episode, while Thor only appears in the introduction. The Avengers team included Ant-Man, Hank Pym, Vision, Wasp, Hawkeye, Wonder Man, Falcon, Tigra, and Scarlet Witch. The Avengers didn't look anything like they did in the comics. Instead, they were given a tech-heavy battle armor redesign common in the 1990s. The show only lasted 1 season, with 13 episodes due to poor reception and Marvel's financial problems at the time. Number 7, Silver Surfer, 1998. The Silver Surfer television show followed the actions of the titular character. It was designed in the style of Jack Kirby. Thanos restores some of the Silver Surfer's memories, and he decides to safeguard Earth from Galactus because it reminds him of his devastated home. The series garners positive feedback and airs for 13 episodes in the first season, and it would have run another 13 if Marvel hadn't been bankrupting at the time and couldn't afford to make the remainder of the show. At number 6, The Amazing Spider-Man, 1977 to 79. The neglected series was the first live-action Spidey show in the US. The show, which stars Nicholas Hammond, barely lasted 2 seasons and 13 episodes before being cancelled, despite performing well in the ratings. However, because of budget limitations, major villains like Doc Ock and the Green Goblin weren't included in the episodes. Instead, Peter Parker confronted generic villains. Regardless, there were attempts to relaunch the series into a film with a crossover with Lou Ferrigno's Hulk over the years, but nothing ever came of it. At number 5, Spider-Man Unlimited, 1999 to 2001. Saban Entertainment released the short-lived animated series Spider-Man Unlimited. The series features several classic Spider-Man villains like Venom and Carnage, while also transforming Green Goblin and the Vulture into heroes. Despite its high ratings, the show was terminated after only a few episodes, owing to Pokemon and Digimon taking people's attention away from it. It's a shame because this show wasn't completely bad, but it ended on a cliffhanger that was supposed to be resolved in the 2nd season that never ever happened. At number 4, Black Panther, 2010. This is a marvelous motion comic that aired on TV for 6 episodes. It was produced by Marvel Knights Animation and included voice acting from various regulars, including Jimon Honsu as T'Challa and Alfred Woodard in a variety of roles. The premise involves a gang of villains such as Juggernaut, Radioactive Man, Black Knight, and others. It premiered on BET in the United States and ABC3 in Australia. At number 3, Hulk and the Agents of SMASH, 2013 through 15. Even with a cast that includes stars Seth Green and Eliza Dushku, it's surprising that this series managed to stay a secret. The storyline centers around the Hulk family's employment with the Supreme Military Agency of Superhumans, SMASH. Anyway, the squad is documented as they embark on objectives that other heroes are unable to complete on reality TV and the internet. The show's heavy reliance on slapstick comedy irritated critics. Stephen Wacker, then vice president of Marvel Animation, stated in a 2015 Tumblr message that the show had run its course after 2 seasons and 52 episodes. At number 2, Marvel Disc Wars, The Avengers, 2014 through 15. The story describes the Iron Man producing the digital identity securement kits, discs, which are now used to contain supervillains. When Loki breaks villains out of the discs and replaces them with Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Wasp, and Hulk, things go wrong. 5 youngsters receive disc bio codes and the ability to summon one of these heroes for a short time. The show follows the group as they use their discs to locate and capture the leftover discs. The show was animated by Toei Animation and originally shown in Japanese in Tokyo for 51 episodes. And at number 1, Powers, 2015-16. Brian Michael Bendis' creator-owned comic Powers was launched in 2000 by Image, which became an edition of Marvel by 2004. The storyline is based around Christian Walker, a former hero who now works as a detective investigating superhuman crimes. Charlotte Copley, Eddie Izzard, and Michelle Forbes were among the cast members. While the majority of the audience enjoyed Powers, critics had varied feelings. They enjoyed the world building but had concerns with the characters' interactions. Bendis announced the cancellation of Powers on Twitter in 2016 after 2 seasons. Well guys, that's it for this one. What'd you think about it? Let us know in the comments below. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell to get notified about our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.